Hello and welcome to another speed build video. This one is a 1932 Tudor revival style house. It is not very Tudor, I'll be honest. There's only a little bit of it that's Tudor style, but I thought it was cute. I'm myloranne, in case you didn't know, and this is all I do on YouTube. So if you want to consider subscribing to me, I post videos sometimes. Very infrequently right now, but that's quarantine for you. Also, oh my god, y'all. Okay, I really didn't want in this video to talk too much about just like life. I wanted to talk about the house more, but this part's not that interesting, to be honest. But the number of people that are just out here partying as if this is just summertime, spring break, woo, it's not even spring break, summertime. I said summertime and then I said spring break. Those are two different seasons, hun. What are you talking about? But I'm seeing so many people just out there as if nothing's going on and like, oh goodness. So I'll just use this time to say, please stay home, not necessarily for yourself if you don't care about that, but for others, for older people, for people who may carry it on to others and pass it on, you know, to the people that they live with. Don't go hang out with your friends, because then think about who your friends are going to go see, you know, think about it. Okay, anyways, I don't need to tell you guys. I am not a doctor. I am not a medical physician. I am just somebody who is stuck at home because I got furloughed due to this thing, and this is all I'm doing to try to keep my sanity, and it's not really working that well, hence why it took me like 3 weeks to put out a video. So that's where we're at right now. Anyways, moving on. So this house, yes, this house is very cute. This is the only house lately that has motivated me to really do a video, so it's okay if it's another pink house, in my opinion. It's honestly quite a simple house, which sometimes when I do houses that have such a simple floor plan, I'm like, wow, this took you like 2 weeks to make, and I start to beat myself up, and then it's like unprecedented times. I have to be kind to myself, and same to you. You have to be kind to yourself during this time. Okay, I really need to get off my freaking high horse. I don't know why I'm preaching to y'all. Anywho, I did have to change this floor plan a little bit. So where the staircase is in the back is supposed to lead up to an attic, and I didn't put anything up there. But in order for the staircase to be put there, the roof line has to come out a little bit farther. So I had to add a big old porch, basically, which you'll see in a little bit here. And this also, I think, was supposed to be an archway. Whatever, it looked better as a door, so I made it a door. But yeah, I didn't make any huge dramatic changes, just a little bit, and it's a bit more functional that way anyways. With this, I wanted to make like a little mural in the center of the wall. In the 30s and 40s, it was really popular for people to have that. A lot of times it would be like wallpaper that was just painted, but you would have like a big old pretty mural in the middle of your room. And I think that like went out of fashion in the 50s and 60s, but in the 30s it was really, really popular. So I tried to mimic that. It didn't really do what I wanted, but it's okay. It's close. It's similar enough for me to feel okay with it. And this is the giant porch that I mentioned. So this adds so much more living space. If I were to be a realtor for this home, I'd be like, consider all of the living space that you have out the back. So I did add a door coming off of the sunroom, and there was another door that I added in the kitchen, which you will see in a little bit. This living room was pretty small due to that giant chimney having to be there. It takes up a lot of space, so it's not the best. And I tried really hard to find a rug. This took me a very long time to find a rug to fit in this room, and that one ended up being the best, just sized up. But honestly, this living room is nothing to like write home about. Like, it's not that interesting. It's not even that, like, it is very 1930s in style, but I wouldn't say, like, if you were to show this room to somebody, I don't think they would look at it and be like, yes, that's 1930s, you know? I tried my best. It's hard. That little desk thing also was me trying to mimic one of those fold up desks that would be inside of like a big old cabinet, and you would kind of bring down a portion of it and it would fold down a desk. I hope you know what I'm talking about. If you play Animal Crossing New Horizons, there's the antique bureau, I think is what it is, and that one is what I'm talking about. It's like it has a little desk that folds down. I'm really bad at describing things, but yeah, clearly I've been spending my time playing Animal Crossing a little bit more than, I don't know, reading up on furniture books or something. Whatever. And I wanted to put these magazines here, and then I realized they did not have magazines like that in the 1930s, so books it is. Those books are probably my most used piece of clutter item. Speaking of clutter items, the only thing really about the eco lifestyle pack that's coming out June 5th, I think, that I'm excited for is that. Wait, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, clutter. That's how life has been for me lately. I really have been having the hardest time trying to remember words. So, clutter. There's a lot of new clutter in the new pack that's coming out, and really good clutter. So, I'm very excited for that. And the rest of the pack, though, the style of it is so not my style. Like, there's so many items added to it, but I'm just it's gonna be hard to utilize them, in my opinion, for what I do, which is just houses like this, you know, old houses. There's not really anything in it for me, which is fine. I've grown to accept and expect that, but yeah, kind of sucks. So this is the kitchen. I added the door out the back, but this kitchen is not exactly like the floor plan had it. Just because I added that door, it made the layout, like the flow of it, a little bit different. And so I did what I wanted to do instead of trying to follow the photo. That was sort of the mood for this house, was just do what you have to do and move on. But yeah, with eco lifestyle, I don't know how to feel about it. There's a lot, it's very divided. Like, there are people who hate it and there are people who are really excited for it. And I am on the fence. I think I'll probably get it because there are some things about it that I like. Adding, you know, more gameplay aspects is always nice, even if they're kind of recycled. But I do think the new ideas that have come for the pack, like, how do I express that? Like, the fact that the developers are trying to come out with completely new ideas and not just ones that we've had before in previous versions of this game is nice to see, is exciting. But I'm not sure if I'm not into this particular one, you know? It's okay. We'll see it. We'll figure it out together. I'm not a game changer, so I don't have it already. But I'm just like you guys, and I have to wait for it. But we'll see. Okay, another thing with the floor plan I had to change, I had to make this bathroom bigger. So I did want the layout that they had in the floor plan, but it was just too small. But making it a tile wider allowed me to add a stand-up shower, which I think is highly beneficial, at least for gameplay, because baths just seem to take longer. And I don't know if that's true, but you can take the brisk shower or speedy shower, whatever, and it is faster. So I went for a green and black theme, which is extremely popular in the 30s and 40s, but in the 30s, for some reason, this particular green color, which is kind of the same green that is in the living room, was so popular. It's everywhere. When you look up photos of 30s interior design, green, everything. I don't know why, and I don't know what it's called, but like what exact shade it's called, but I did end up using that a lot as well. And pink and green go together, so that was definitely still a thing at this time, is caring about color matching and color stories, like making sense. So I tried to keep that in mind as I was doing this. Also, the sunroom, I wasn't entirely sure what to make of it, but that's what we got. Those curtains were a pain to get up there. I had to individually place each one and, like, you know, alt place them. It was hard. So, and same with this back porch. I'm like, I don't know what they would do in the 30s with a back porch like this. It's really hard to find reference photos of that. So a lot of it is just guesswork. A lot of it is me trying to just imagine what life would have been like in the 30s, and, you know, how would I have liked to live. Also, those weird shadows, the things I'm moving now, I was originally going to use those, like, I think they're jail bars, for that weird little window, fake window right there, but they make a shadow and it looks really awful. And I had moved the house, so they were out from the house again. It was just a whole thing. So I just decided to move those little grates onto there instead and just say it's close enough. like everything else, close enough. And I think something that makes this house is definitely the flowers in front. It's just very cute, like the white brought in from the flowers, and matching like the framing of everything on the house is really nice and like complementary. And I just really enjoyed that aspect of this house. The rest of this is all just gardening. You guys saw the entire interior design, so that's that. Pretty short build. I have a house, surprisingly, I have a house planned for 1909 for my year by year challenge, so that is coming up soon. So turn on post notifications if you really want to know when I post next. Every time I say something like that, I feel like I'm like begging you guys. But you know, do what you want to do. Anyways, subscribe if you want to, leave a like if you want to, comment if you want to. I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. And have a nice day and stay safe. Okay, thank you for watching. That is all. Goodbye. I need to edit this part out. Make sure you know that you have to edit this part out. Yeah. 3 minutes in. Okay. Let me go back.